what's going on?
Nothing much. How are you doing today, Ray?
I'm doing good. What about you?
Good. I'm doing good too. Thank you. Um, so hello everybody. Welcome to Ambition Amplified. Today we are here with Ray F.
What's
It's
going
so
on?
good to meet
It
you.
is a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, first of all, I want you to kind of introduce yourself for the people that don't know you here.
Oh man, hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Ray F, man. Coming from Chicago, I make alternative R&B and rap music. I have an album that's coming out in March. I just dropped a single with Heartbreak Homie, who was recently on here, called Circles. Y'all gotta check that out. We got more new music coming on the way, more music videos, more good vibes, and we got some shows on the way. I also have a show on November 13th. Make sure you go get your tickets now.
Perfect. Oh my God, what a great promotion of yourself. That was perfect. You
Oh,
had the
thank
pitch
you.
ready to go.
Oh, thank you, thank you. It come off so natural when I just be having a whole lot of things just to tell everybody. And we got one life and we just living, you know?
So I want to start off with you describing yourself in 3 words. 3 words only.
um in- Intrusive, spontaneous,
Hmm.
and lit.
Nice. I love
Yeah.
that. So one of the first things I want to know is why Chicago? What about Chicago inspires you as an artist?
That's a good question. I just feel like Chicago is very diverse when it comes to music. You have house music, you have alternative music, you have subcategories as far as just going into alternative indie, rap, R&B. You also have regular drill music. Chicago is very segregated when it comes to music, and you have a whole bunch of sounds that still hasn't even been heard
Mm.
yet. So that's the biggest thing on how I would view Chicago as far as the music.
Yeah, to kind of go off of that, how do you view your own music when it comes to like genre? Like, do you find that you combine like any sort of music genres?
Yes, I definitely do. I usually go for like a K-pop. I go for an alternative K-pop rap kind of sound, and I love listening to K-pop. I don't know why. Like it was just like a thing. My thing is I love Japanese aesthetics and I
Hmm.
love like Chinese aesthetics. If it's anything about that, I'm all for it. I love it. I love anime. And my thing with the alternative, like back to the question, I usually go for like alternative rap R&B and I add some K-pop so that way it differentiates me in a
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. I also felt that when looking at your Instagram and also some of like the posts you're tagged in as well, I could kind of see that like a Japanese culture influence. Especially there was like one, I'm trying to remember, one like video where you're in like an arcade or you're playing like a video game. I think
Uh, uh,
I might be
uh, uh,
making that up, but it was something that you were tagged in that I was like, there's something about like your music video and things that influence you that yeah, I can
it's
totally get
certain
that
it's
vibe.
I have certain reels that show like that aesthetic and it was
Yeah,
like, oh, okay. So it's kind of like a lead up into like the album and such.
cool. I love that. I want to also congratulate you on your recent single
Thank
Circles with
thank you.
Heartbreak Homie, who we did have, and I got an interview, so that's really cool. It's like full circle now. Not to make that pun. I didn't mean that pun at all.
Oh no, 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 that's fine. That's fine.
Can you share with us like one of your favorite projects that you've gotten to work with in the past?
As far as my past work, my last album, Love, 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 this was an album filled with love. Fun fact about that album, the first half of that album was about love and how I perceived it. And then like the first title, Cancer's Anthem, that was strictly about how cancers view love.
Yeah,
And
are you a Cancer?
yeah.
Me too.
Oh,
When's your birthday?
July
Oh
5th.
my
When is yours?
gosh, I'm July 17th. I never get to meet Cancers. This is so cool. Nice to
Oh
meet
yeah.
you.
We get along just fine.
I love that. Keep
I
going. I
I
cut you off.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. No, look, you don't meet a lot of genuine cancers. But but the first title of the my Love 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 album is Cancer's Anthem. And so Cancer's Anthem was about how cancers love. And so like a lot of cancers really resonate with that. And so I generalized on love a lot. And so I was like, okay, so now I wanted to do like a whole 360. I'm like, all right, let me put it in a different perspective where things go left and you see something as love, but it's not love and it's really lust. So the second part of that album is about lust.
Interesting, cool. I love that. I also wanted to talk about like when looking at your Spotify, one of your earliest releases is your single Double Dash from 2019. I wanted to know like how has making music like what inspired you in the beginning to make music all the way back then?
That's a good question. When I was like a lot younger, I really had an ambition to really do music. Like a lot of people don't do it for the fun no more, but like
Hmm.
then I was just really doing it for the fun. I was just collabing with anybody, and I still do to an extent, but also like I was just having fun. I did that song with Senpai. She's from Detroit, Michigan. She was like, "Yo, we got to make some collabs. We got to make some tracks. Let's go ahead and go to the studio." So my homie at the time, he's now a science teacher now, but
Cool.
he couldn't he couldn't mix me no more. He did this song that I've never released. It's called In Due Time, and he was like, "I can't do it. I don't want to mess up your vocals. The song sounds too good. I give up." And I'm like, what? We're supposed to be doing this together. He's like, you got to go to somebody else. This is just too good. And so I ended up meeting my engineer Darian's life,
Mhm.
and so I ended up going there, and I big shout out to him. Still all love. I went to him, and then I elevated again, and now I'm currently at Envion Studios.
Cool. Would you ever release that song that you were talking about just now? Would you ever release it?
Uh, if it get leaked, hey, if it get leaked, it get leaked. But I don't think I'm probably ever gonna release it.
So kind of speaking of which, I want you to talk about a little bit more about your creative process.
um, it depends. It kind of varies because us as cancers, we go through a lot of emotions.
Oh yeah.
So you have to really remove another one to remove another one to remove another one to know what you want to say on the song. For me, my creative process is I listen to the beat a couple times, you know, find something that's very catchy, something that's captivating, something that you will want to listen to in the first 5 seconds. It's like when you listen to it, it's captivating and you can just nod your head as many times as possible. And as soon as I get the first words out, I immediately write it down and I put it in my voice memos. So that way I could practice my cadence like every time I'm walking or I'm doing something or something along the lines of that.
Fantastic. I see like when I was on your Instagram, I was viewing a lot of your stories, and you talk about like being in the studio a lot and getting to have these studio experiences. What about working in a studio do you love?
I just really love the I like being able to fully express myself freely and the passion comes within the music. It's like venting to yourself and sharing it out to the world. So that way somebody that's probably quiet, they wouldn't ever say it, but I'm that voice for them to I'm that I'm that person that express it to them.
Hmm. To kind of talk more about that, do you find that like making music and writing music is therapeutic to you? Do you get
It,
like a lot of like your demons out that way?
yes. Yes, I do. Yes. That's my main thing, especially with writing. I write with a lot of intention most of the
Mhm.
time. And I'm if it's something on my heart and it's very heavy, I will release it out to the world and I'll put it on pen and pad. Really my notes on my iPhone, but that's yes, correct. Yes. That's usually what I do. I can't hold
Perfect. And I
it to my
know, you know,
chest.
no, me speaking as a cancer too, nothing stays, you know,
No,
silent for too long.
no,
I
no. It
can't.
has to be let out. I cannot hold this in my chest. No.
No, exactly. Um, I kind of want to talk more about like as somebody who, you know, writes their music. what about like your love for the spoken word helps you when it comes to writing lyrics?
I really, with me, I like getting to the nitty gritty. Like, what's really bothering you, or
Mm,
what do you really feel within this moment that you want to put in your notes? So that way, like with me and my writing, for example, I really put like word for word how I truly feel. And some writers, they'll be like, oh, for example, oh, I'm in love. Okay, that's cool that you in love, but I'd be like, I'm really in love, and I put my left foot into it. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's feeling and passion into it. I
Hmm.
really want you to feel the passion when I'm delivering my message to you, when you're listening to the song.
Yeah. So you kind of want to kind of transport your listener to the same moment that you are kind of recollecting.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly that. Yes.
I love that.
That's
So that kind of bleeds into the next question that I had. What do you want your audience to take away from listening to one of your songs?
um to be to be able to know that everybody's human, to be able to that, number one, that you are loved, you're human. Everybody goes through a lot of experiences, and you got to keep moving forward in life. Don't let adversity get the best of you, because if you allow adversity to get the best of you, you don't want to lose in life. Everybody go through something. Give yourself a chance, give yourself a hug. If you know you've had a long day working, give yourself a little treat, a little reward, and just keep pushing. It's all about progress and consistency, rather than just saying, "Oh, I worked. I got to keep working," and you burn yourself out. That's not good, man. You got to be able to just be consistent.
Hmm.
Be consistent with yourself, with anything that you do.
Yeah. Have you found that it's like really important to advocate for yourself as an artist as well?
Oh yes, it's volatile, that it is imperative that anybody advocates for themselves. I feel like that's the hugest thing for anybody, any artist, just in life, period.
I agree. I wanted to also talk about. I know this is a music video from a year ago, but the Vibes music video. I really liked it, and it felt like such like a good community, and that I don't know there was so much love in it when I was watching it, and I wanted to know like how was the experience of making that music video, and how important are music videos for you as an artist?
Music videos are so important, and if any artist is listening right now, music videos are so important. Reason being is because they want to see a face. Everything is digital on social media. They want to see someone's face. How I felt when I made the the Vibes video, it just felt natural, like I was naturally hanging out with my friends. I said, hey, we're gonna go ahead and get two grills. We're gonna get two grills going. We got some food, we got the cameraman. Hey, we're lit. And we're just gonna play games for the aesthetic. But we were playing games,
Mhm.
and then like we were playing drinking games, we had fun, and it kind of gave off a barbecue type of vibe, and I was like, we having fun. This is how I really have, the vibes. It's a barbecue vibe.
No, it felt so like I didn't eat dinner yet before I watched the music video and I was starving, so I was like a little jealous. I was like, invite me over, guys. Like I'm
I
so hungry. I want to play
We got
games.
you. Come on, we always barbecuing. We got you.
Yeah. But it was like so comfortable and so friendly. And as somebody who like was getting to know you through your Instagram, like it really won me over too. I felt like I was one of your friends, like I was part of the family. So I really admire that music video.
You part of the family
Oh,
now.
thank you. I also wanted to ask you like about your process during like that music video. Like, how was it during the filming process? How did you get everybody together? What did you have to do to get that day to happen?
That's a great question. So I just called and texted my homies. I said, hey, I need you to be there, okay? If you don't have work, if you don't have anything to do, come through. I already got the liquor, I have the food, I have the charcoal, I have the games. Just slide on through. Yes, you could bring anybody, because it's always gonna be a vibe. Like, we ended up doing so many barbecues, but that was the one of many times where we actually threw a big barbecue, and it was a huge success, and it was just enough people. Like, we could have had it a lot of people, but I was like, nah, this is just enough. And it's just a the vibe type of feeling. It's like if you know type of situation.
Yeah. Are there any other music videos that you've done before that you're extremely proud of?
I am proud of my Celebrate video. I am also proud of my collab album that I dropped last. It's coming on to the year. Big shout out to T Benji. It's called
Mm-hmm.
First Season, and so I'm proud of the Mad Love video that we did. It was incredible. It was more like an experience where like a lot of people are keeping eyes on me, and they're like, "Hey, you got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to keep going with the consistency."
Mm-hmm.
I watch a lot of inspirational, motivational videos, and the main thing that they always pinpoint is consistency, motivation, and discipline.
Yeah. And like do you have any advice for people too who are starting out as artists that are getting discouraged?
Do not think about what the next man is thinking about. Feel whatever you feel on your heart. It may not be perfect at first, but it's about perfecting your craft and knowing what you want by the end of the song. Make sure that you trust your friends. You have to have a great friend group, a great engineer, a great producer or producers, and have a great team behind you as far as like listeners and stuff. So that way it builds you up for success as far as your team. Now when you market, you can just try different stuff as far as like reels and stuff. Everybody does. It's like your target audience may like when you post exhibit A rather than exhibit B. So you want to probably focus on posting exhibit A a lot more.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, when like being a performer and being an artist, you have to be so like disciplined and also be so like I don't know, kind of go into different fields too. You're not just a singer, you're not just a writer, you're also in marketing too. You also have to figure out how to market yourself. So has it been interesting going through this process of wearing all these different hats and kind of finding, how to advocate for yourself, I guess, yeah. That was
Uh,
long question.
that was a long question. Wait. I'm sorry.
No, I can repeat it too. I took
I
me
was
like
just
a year
gonna
to try
ask. I'm
to
like, can
find
you
it.
repeat that question?
Yeah. I'm gonna say more of like, how has it been, your experience as an artist, not only having to like make the songs and figure out who you're gonna be as an artist, but also having to learn how to market yourself as well. How has that journey been?
Um, very tedious. I'm not gonna lie, very tedious. But it's also very rewarding at the same time because you got to put in that hard work to let people know, like on a consistent basis, who you are. Why should I listen to you? Why should I listen to your music? Why should I follow you? What do you do that's impacting the music culture? Like you got to give the people, you got to give your target audience a reason why that you should listen to Ray F
Mm-hmm.
or any other artist. It's just like if you're authentically you, you win every time. I promise you, you win every single time.
Yeah. Have you felt any pressures like from the music industry to change in any way?
No,
Good.
I stay. I stay solid. I stay solid on my ground, and I stay to myself. And I can't. No one can tell my story but me. I refuse for anybody to. Oh
Oh,
wow.
how's
I
it
don't
doing?
know. I have no idea how that. I don't know how that just happened. But
It
no
was
one
like
can tell.
magic. Anyway, keep going.
I literally just did this, and I guess it just I don't know, but
No, that was so cool. Keep going,
all
wait.
right. No one can tell my story but me, and no one should be able to change my image but me. It's like you could get signed to somebody, or you could have a deal behind something, but if you can't stay 10 toes on who you are as a person and allow money or anybody else to just change your image because it's just better if it's not beneficial. How do I put this? If you aren't genuinely you within any aspect, industry, being signed, any of that, that's not you then.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, it makes so much sense. I think the best gift that you can give to yourself is at the end of the day still see yourself in all the work that you do. Like I kind of feel the same way when it comes to I'm in filmmaking, so it's a different artistic world. But
Oh,
yeah,
oh
it's
yeah.
down to like you still have to see yourself at the end of the day as an artist. Um, Anyway, I also want to talk about like you have a lot of songs, you know, with T Benji specifically, but you feature a lot of artists and you also are featured in a lot of artists' music and you have a lot of collabs. I wanted to talk to you about the importance of collaboration as an artist.
Collaboration is very imperative. It's like I want to genuinely be able to have fun when making a song or making any type of music because it's just like it's like a harmony. Music is a harmony. It's supposed to make you feel good. You know, you shouldn't never feel pressure to make music with anybody. It's like you know what's good for you and you know what's not good for you. You know what type of music you make and you know what type of message you're trying to deliver to your audience or to their audience. And you want to bring something new every single chance you get. It's just like you always want to keep somebody thinking in a way.
Mhm.
If you can't keep somebody thinking like, oh, what's Ray about to do next? I'm curious. It's just like, let me put it like this. I can't eat steak twice a day. Well, I could, but the average person they can't eat steak one day and then the next day they get steak. No, that's just no.
Mhm.
I would want to get lobster the first day and then steak the second day, and
Yeah.
be able to just give you something that's transforming, captivating, and inspiring to let you know like, hey, collaboration is important because you know it gives a different instrument because voices are instruments and it's a different sound and I just feel as though like I'm like yeah you just sound perfect on this song like even with Heartbreak Homie like when we made another love song I was like up yep you're going on this track okay and so she's like oh I see what you did I was like thank you you see it now and it just kind of naturally resonates
Hmm.
and it just comes off as a good sound and a good vibe.
Yeah, and I like what you said too, because it's not only about like making your audience happy, it's about making yourself happy. And not only
Yes.
inspiring your audience, but you know, doing all these collaborations to inspire yourself. And I like that a lot.
Thank you.
Um, so how do you find that collaboration like has helped you as an artist or helped you when you were beginning as an artist?
You know, of course, you know, target audiences and gaining a larger audience, yes, but more so it has helped me look at different perspectives on how to write music or how to go about music or just see it in a different eyesight as far as like creating a new sound or seeing a different image or delivering a different message.
Yeah. Do you find like what's some advice that you have for people who are getting into the music industry that are a little like hesitant to collaborate with people? What's your advice for them?
Do not be scared. Please do not be scared. The only person that you should be scared of is the man upstairs because if they don't want to collab with you, they just don't want to collab. If
Yeah.
somebody genuinely wants to collab with you and really like lock in and focus on a song with you and you know that that song has a lot of potential, do it. Please do it. Do it for the love though.
Hmm.
Just do it for the love though, because if you can't do it for the love, it's not gonna come. It's not gonna come out genuinely.
Yeah, to go like more into that, how has your community, whether friends or family or even fans, like supported you as an artist?
Um, merch, promoting my music, reposts mainly. I'm also promotion in the clubs as well, but also as well as like just promotion and marketing online on even on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter,
Hmm.
Threads now, and TikTok as well.
Oh,
TikTok is a huge one.
yeah.
A lot of people are on TikTok and they just blow up out of nowhere. Like you're always hearing like a different trendy song, like
Hmm.
every other day. So that's my main ways of going about it, and telling a friend to tell a friend as well.
Hmm.
That's the main way I go about it.
Yeah, you like using the community that is like already built in. Um,
Yes, and growing a larger
mhm.
community.
exactly. So I also want to know, what are some of your music inspirations?
Mac Miller, Lil B, Michael Jackson,
Mhm.
Janet Jackson, and do I have any others? Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about those artists do you love?
I love how Mac Miller can just he resonated me on an aspect where like he just one line that I'll never forget. He said, "Young and so much time to go." Like he was just freestyling at a certain point, and he I could tell he was just having fun. Like that was the end of the beat, and Germ was his producer. He was like, he just reran the beat back, and then he just went with it. Lil B is just wild, and he's eccentric and he has a lot of energy. It's like, why would it's like I want to be like, whenever like Ray F gets on the stage and you're just having fun. I want to make sure that you have a good time. Let's get lit. You only have one life to live. Be responsible and keep up with your priorities, of course. But come on, man. Don't forget about all the stuff that's been bothering you, man. We gonna turn up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Michael and Janet Jackson, they are inspirations because it's just that with my R&B on my R&B side, I just feel like I really resonate because it's like layers on layers should be very smooth and they should be very delicate.
Mhm.
It's like taking care of a baby. It's like you don't want to harm the baby. You got to make sure that you soft, chill, and it's nice. Just being soft with people.
Yeah, with Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson, they also changed the game when it came to like performance and performance like value. Have you found any like performing influences from them as well?
Oh yes. Like even with Michael Jackson, I'll never forget. It was one interview. Oh my God. He had this one, I'll never forget. It had me on the floor rolling. It was when he ended up firing somebody mid-performance. Who does that?
Oh, I think I remember that video. Is that when he was like, it was like an elevated stage or something? I
Yes,
might be making that up. And he on the mic, he's like, somebody get them out of here or something like that.
he's like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I was like, he he fired you in front of millions of
Mm,
people. Millions of people. No one's doing that. No one's doing that. Cause they now you have all these rules and regulations.
mm.
Oh, they fired me while I was on the job and nah. Mm-mm. Back then, nah, that's funny. And then like Jenna had this thing where like she had this seduction behind her.
Mm.
And so like when she performed, you remember when she would have them like tied up and then like she would just perform her song,
Hmm.
they would just women and men would just be in awe because they'd be like, "Oh my God. I like the seduction, I like the
Hmm.
arousing, and I just like your stage presence." Because it captivates you like, what is she about to do next? I'm curious.
No,
So that
she is, she's so cool. I kind of going off of that, who's your dream artist to like collaborate with now? It could be even one of your inspirations, even though I know some of them are no longer living, unfortunately.
oh, I know. That's a great question. One person that I would want to collab with is um that's a good question. I always have this answer in the back of my head where I would say G Herbo, I would love to do a collab with Coi Leray.
Mm.
I would love to do one with Corday, J. Cole, Kendrick, um, Chance the Rapper, Vic Mensa.
Cool.
I would love to do collabs with them and many more artists as well. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but definitely those. Definitely those. Those are my top.
Ooh. Um, I also wanted to ask you, like, to what are some of your, like, do you have other art forms that inspire you? Like, whether it's like fashion or movies or paintings or even like literature?
I like action. I like action
Ooh.
movies. I like I like action movies. My favorite movie is I actually have two favorite
Hmm.
movies. My favorite movies is The Warriors and Rush Hour 3. Oh
You
my
said
God.
the Warriors?
Yes, The
So the one in
Warriors.
New York, that one?
Come out and play.
Stop! I know that movie too. Nobody
God.
talks about the movie. The costumes in that movie, especially the
Yes.
baseball players,
Yes.
like
The
it's one.
baseball Furies.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's very very cool.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Iconic. Kill
For
Bill. Iconic. God.
yeah. For people who don't know about that movie, that is a New York-based movie that talks about like gang wars, but all the gangs are very like specified. There's like the baseball players. There's I can't think of the other ones. The baseball players are the iconic ones. Um,
The
there's other
Orphans.
yeah yeah
The Orphans. I forgot the
yeah.
girl group. Oh, the girl group was crazy.
Yeah. But it's really cool. It's a really good movie. But it's like it's kind of like a cult classic too, because it wasn't given a lot of attention when it came out. I'm a film nerd, so I could go
Oh,
on for.
you
But no,
could.
that's such a good movie. It's such a good movie to love too.
Oh man, that movie right there. It's just different. It's I just love the action, and then after that, like as far as Rush Hour 3, I love the
Hmm.
comedy behind it.
Yeah, I just saw the first Rush Hour. I hate to say that I saw it so late, but I just saw the first one, so I'll definitely check out the second and the third
You
because I
need
yeah,
to. Oh my God, you gotta check out 2 and 3, please, for
I
me, please.
will. I will. I definitely will. But that's so cool. How do you find that those movies have influenced you through your artistic style, maybe music videos or even music?
Because me as a person, I'm very expressive, and I know that when you listen to my music, you know that I'm gonna be expressive off rip. With me per se, I know that I'm gonna be very expressive. I'm gonna lock in, and I know that like you're gonna feel the energy behind it. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's gonna be like my biggest thing as far as like making music or just putting the energy because some people they might have a low energy and I'll be like, okay, that's fine. But then when you put that energy in like, yeah, we turning up, yeah, you're like, oh yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
Tell me what you really feel on your chest. And like you say that you want to make party music, but you gotta be able to just lock in and be able to really show that you are who you are in your music.
Hmm.
Like I like saying a lot of truth in my music. There it is. Thank you. I appreciate that, Instagram. Yeah,
Your
bro.
phone is agreeing with you.
You know, my phone know I'm speaking the truth.
Exactly. Would you ever like want one of your songs to be in an action movie? I think that would be so cool.
Oh my God. One of my unreleased songs, I would love for a lot of my songs to be on in
Hmm.
movies. I would probably cry if that happened because it would be so rewarding and it's so fulfilling knowing that your song is being shown to the whole wide world and I know that they're gonna watch it.
Yeah, a lot of filming gets done in Chicago too. And like it's starting, movies are starting to come here more. Definitely TV shows like The Bear. I feel like it could happen.
It could. Hey, the bear. Hey, what we doing? What we doing?
You gotta call them up. Um, so I also want to talk about, you are such an engaging performer, and through Instagram, I saw photos, and like things that were talking about your booked mic performance. Do you have like a specific ritual that you do before performing?
Um, Honestly, I just sip a little bit. I just sip a little bit. You know, I have to get to like a certain level. I'll be like, yeah, like I'll say to myself, like, yeah, there it is. There it
Hmm.
is. I have enough energy. And I'll read the room first, gather what I can around a lot of the audience and a lot of the artists and vibe off their energy. And I'm like, okay, I know how to talk to them. And if it's like a lot of people, I'm like, I just go for it. I just go for it. Like, hey, hey, Chicago, how we feeling tonight? How we feeling? Y'all look so beautiful tonight. Y'all look so great.
Hmm.
And just go for it. Because everybody came here to turn up and have a good time, dance, get another drink from the bartenders, do whatever, and just vibe out.
Yeah. You want to make sure that they have a good time too. Yeah.
Absolutely. I just
Definitely.
feel like I hate going outside knowing that another person forced another person to go outside, but you never wanted to go outside to begin with, and you could have just said no, and then you just killed the whole vibe. Not nobody in particular, but just in general. Like you went somewhere that you never wanted to go to begin with.
Yeah.
And so I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna turn up and I'm gonna enjoy myself. But you yourself should want to have a good time because you genuinely, wholeheartedly want to come to this event
Mhm.
or any venue.
Yeah. To kind of speak about the people too that might have been like hesitant to come out. Like I've had a moment before where, I'm in college still, I have finals, I have midterms. God, like there's sometimes like my friends want to go out and I'm like, no, I can't. And they bring me there, but sometimes there's music at that event that all of a sudden I'm like, no, I'm ready to go now. Like I can
Oh,
I
oh,
can have fun now.
oh, no, no,
Like
no. That introvert kicked in.
no, but like sometimes the music that's at this event, like it'll just pop me out of like my introvert like zone and it'll make me have a good time because of the vibe of the artist that is there. So like it's really important to like make sure that, an audience is having fun and also that you're having fun because it can really change, the mood of the room as
Of
well.
course. No, I agree with you. Especially like if the music sounds really good and then
Hmm.
you could fully hear every single word. Oh my God.
It's good.
I genuinely
Um,
love that.
yeah. I also wanted to ask you like do you ever like have any anxiety before you perform at all?
Never.
Really?
No.
Awesome.
No, I don't. No, no, no. Us as cancers, you would think I do, but no, I don't. I promise you, I don't. Nah,
I need to
I
get on your
literally,
level. I have anxiety all the time.
no, no. When somebody's like real close to my face, I'll be like, why are you in my face? Like I think while I'm performing, like, why are you in my face? But but I can't just say it directly like right. But other than that, no, I really don't. I don't really have no type of anxiety or any form of fashion of it. Like I just go with the flow, and I'm just lit for myself. You should always want to have fun for yourself before I have fun for anybody. Of course, I'm having fun with everybody else, but I like being the life of the party. If I can't be the life of the party or just be lit for myself, it's just like, hey, I don't know what to say about that, man. You just got to work on it.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think it definitely comes from like your inner confidence. And also, do you find that it's also you kind of are with peace with the fact that you're gonna do what you're gonna do and it's gonna be the best that it is?
Absolutely. If there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
If you keep, like I said, if you're very consistent with the work you put in and you're very persistent on yourself, a lot of good things will come out of it. It's just like building a sculpture. You got to keep crafting the you got to keep building the craft in order to perfect what you want to do.
Yeah,
I promise you.
exactly.
I wasn't always Ray. I mean, I was always Ray
Mhm.
F, but I wasn't where I am currently now.
Yeah, you've grown a lot too. I have a question later that I'll get to that, but I
Ooh,
also want to know like you're performing at Harvest Music Fest on November 13th.
correct.
And I want you to kind of tell us a little bit more about that event.
The Harvest Music Fest. So, there's gonna be Heartbreak Homie as well as performing in that as well.
Yay!
You gotta come out. Oh my God, it's gonna be so
I
fun.
will
It's gonna be a
try.
whole bunch of artists. Um, Toon Hendrix will be performing. And it'll be a whole bunch of DJs.
Oh,
Big
cool.
shout out to DTX. Big shout out to Lex the Moneymaker. And I just seen Marley on Sunday
Mhm.
actually. So they're the ones that has this event going on. They invited me. They said, hey Ray, we want you to perform this. And I was like, of course, I got you. And so it's gonna be consistently a lot. It's gonna be a lot of artists, and me as well. And I'm gonna be playing the most latest Ray F music you could possibly think of. And I
Perfect.
might play some unreleased music, depending on how I feel.
Oh, nice. I like that. I'll definitely try to be there. I have a little thing about me. I have my thesis, my senior thesis, ends November 11th. So hopefully I will be resurrected by then and be
Cross
able to
fingers.
come out. Um, I also want to know, like, how do you define yourself as a professional? Like, what do you try to bring to every work environment?
Um, that the job will get done, the work will get done, and the song, which is the product, will be finished, and we will make sure that you. It depends. Like with me, for example, like as far wait, are you asking as far as me or collaborative wise, or just in general?
It can be both. It can be both. I do want to know as like for you, and then also when you are collaborating with other artists.
For me, it's about making sure that I'm very clear on my words. That's the beginning process of it. Make sure all my words are clear. Make sure that it's something that I could not only listen to for myself on a consistent basis, and then think about how can I market this in the greatest way possible that only Ray would do. Like it's certain things. I'm such a unique individual, and I like to just have fun, just wild out and just be free. But I like to market it as well. Like, hey, it's okay to have fun and be free. Don't I don't let society dictate like how we as a people like should be like, oh yeah, we should just be on the stage, we should have all these chains. Like, no, let's change the narrative. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care. I'm probably one of the only artists out in Chicago that have orange hair,
Mm-hmm.
that's lit and have fun, have a good time on the stage, just being them and just knowing that the job is getting done, but also that I'm being me.
Yeah.
I'm being me and I'm able to market my song and move forward knowing that like it's genuinely listenable, just like a Meg the Stallion song,
Mm-hmm.
just like a the Baby song, Drake song, a Kendrick song. It's just like any other artist that you can listen to. And that's a high statement to even say that. But it's just like any great song that you can really listen to.
Yeah. There's so much truth to that too. Like I feel like all the artists that I like love the most in this world are people who kind of didn't listen to other people's opinions in the sense of like what you should be, just became what they wanted to be. And I admire that you're going down the same path.
No,
Yeah.
oh, thank you. No, I like to listen. I like to listen. I like to be able to I like to be able to be attentive, and I like to be able to just like I always say, just be you.
Hmm.
Like Pharrell has a lot of great quotes. He has a lot of great quotes that inspire me as well. Big shout out to Pharrell as
Yeah.
well. And his mind is just like no other. Him and Timbaland is I'm I get speechless even thinking about it because like I will never forget like the way that Pharrell deals with negativity and criticism. You're like, all right, I'm gonna let you get out what you get out, and then after that, I'm gonna keep moving forward with my senses. I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
yes, because this is how I go about it.
No, he's such a cool individual, and he also has that new movie that came out recently
That
called.
Lego movie,
Yes,
yes,
it looks so good. I've been trying to go and see it. My one of my roommates is a music major, and so we're like, let's try to get it. Let's try to watch it. So hopefully soon, because I know it's going to be a really good
and
movie.
I
Uh,
know he put his beats behind it.
yeah, and he goes like into his like family, and like it's kind of almost like a podcast, almost like, but the filming is with Lego, so it's very
Yeah,
therapeutic too. I think it's great.
I gotta watch it. I
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
definitely gotta watch that, especially with I feel like that's a mental, like you said, that's a mental thing. It's definitely a mental thing when you're trying to like when you have like certain things you do in order to cope
Mm-hmm.
mentally or spiritually. It's certain things that you do in order to cope,
Yeah.
and Legos is definitely one of them.
Legos, yes. I agree. Growing up, I had a lot of Lego sets growing up. I feel like even now, I should. I haven't had a Lego set in a while, but I feel like that
I
would still.
haven't I haven't either. Did you step on one? Nah.
I step in a
Like you be in pain and then you have Legos all over the floor and then you just step on it, you like, ah,
You get that imprint on your foot, the little
right?
dots.
The little
Uh, to go into our like next question, as an artist, you've likely faced a lot of challenges along the way, but you have obviously like persevered and become the artist you are today. I kind of wanted to talk about like how did you overcome those challenges and how have you seen yourself grow?
Everything starts with me, and so as far as me growing into like a better individual, I had to see not what the other person did wrong for them, but I had to look within myself and understand like what could I do better with myself moving forward with friendship, situationship, relationship, that I what can I do better next time than this time moving forward?
Mm,
I feel like that's one of the greatest ways that you could go about it. Also, knowing that like you have flaws, I have flaws, and have an understanding with yourself. Like, hey, I don't expect to be perfect every single time, but I can be a better person through consistency and progression, practicing different things. Like if somebody says something that's offensive, rather than me cursing them out, I could rather say like, I don't really appreciate the way that you're speaking to me,
mhm.
or be like, that's not cool or that's not polite, and
Yeah.
just going about it in a different approach.
Yeah, I agree so much. Like, I feel like with every relationship, you learn so much about yourself, you mature in so many ways. And it's also like you said, it's not about perfection. It's about an understanding, it's about respect, it's about, love, like you said in your
Yeah, like
album. Um,
yeah,
and understanding that people like always are gonna grow and that things might not come immediately to them, that it takes time and it takes
this is
maturity.
true.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. That's how I look at it.
Good, yeah, me too. I also want to talk about like how have you seen yourself change since 2019?
Ooh, great question. Wow, I've went through a lot of phases. So I used to have, I have locks now, but like back then I used to have a flat top, and so flat top Ray is completely different from the man I am today. So that's when like no, that's when Wavy Chronicles came out, and that was a classic, and a whole bunch of people just showed me love, showed me a lot of energy, just supported me through it all, and like they were like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like Ray, just please keep going. And so like I ended up going through some relationship issues. Not gonna disclose that, but I went through some relationship issues, and so like I ended up making my second album, Antipathy, which is a sad
Mm,
album, all produced by Young Devo. Big shout out to his is now Casita Devo, but
mm,
it was at a point where like I was sad. It was a sad album. It wasn't like a turn up album. And then after that, I started showing myself more and more love, and I started teaching myself like little things in order to appreciate myself more and show myself an appreciation and gratitude in order to like be better and build my confidence as time goes by. Like look in the mirror saying that I am something, I am handsome,
mm,
I'm confident, we're gonna get this done, we're gonna do this, I'm gonna make sure that this gets done on this type of time, and things of that nature, and saying like, hey, if I can do it, you can too. I don't have to be hard on myself, but I also don't want to be soft and lazy and be a couch potato as well. You
mhm.
gotta be honest with yourself, because if you can't be honest with yourself, how can you be honest to the next person?
Yeah, you're keeping yourself accountable. I like that.
Yes.
And kind of now, like, how do you see yourself in the next 5 years? What do you want to be doing?
Um, I want to continue doing this music thing. I want to actually look. I never claimed myself as an actor, but if I get some actor roles, or if I get any sponsorships with Nike or anything like that, I would love doing that. Or any like just any brands or sponsors, I would love doing that. I see myself doing that, as well as producing. Fun fact: I've only produced 5 songs in my life.
Still, no, we didn't talk about that at all. How did you get into producing?
Um, that's a funny question actually. I'm not a producer, but I've only produced 5. Only reason how I got into that. So big shout out to my boy Very Special Ed. I wanted him to make a beat for me one day. We were in the studio just chilling, just got done doing a record. I was like, "Can we do another song?" He was like, "You know what? I'm tired, man. I'm tired." He's like, "You make the beat." He literally passed me the laptop. I'm like, "Dude, I don't even know the first thing. I don't even know the first thing to do." He's like, "You do this, you do
Mhm.
that, and you do that." And I'm just like, "Dude, what?" I was like, "All right, I'm gonna just find a
Mhm.
melody." And I found a melody. I found a beat pattern that I like. I found a bass pattern that I like. Found a couple snares. I lowered the pitch to a decent sound where I felt like it was pleasing. And that's how Wavy Gravy World got made.
Mhm. Cool.
And what was weird was like I don't really listen to a lot of trap music, but I was in LA with my cousin. He doesn't live there any longer, but at the time when we were in LA, we made a beat and I made a trap beat and I'm just like, I don't listen to trap music, but I know how to make a trap beat. I was really confused with myself, like it was almost like a self-discovery thing, like
Mm.
where I could open myself up musically. And I was just like, I like the beat, but I don't care to rap on the beat.
Mm.
And so like that was one of them, and I forgot about what happened with the last three beats.
Would you ever like make beats for other artists as well?
Uh, if I'm taught correctly, I would,
Hmm.
but I really don't know how to use any producing software like that, like FL, Ableton, any of that. I don't know how to use that. Like I was around my producer homies while I made the beat, but when they showed me, like I only know how to do like little
Mm.
things, and then I just have them look over. I'll be like, "Hey, did I do this right? Can you just line this up and it'll just be perfect?" That's literally how that went.
Yeah. Well, like we said, the next 5 years, who knows what you're going to be doing? Maybe you're going to be like a producer now too.
It's
Um,
it's possible.
yeah, and I like the idea that you said about acting. I'm a very big advocate for people going into acting. I always think it's good for people for like public speaking as well as performance to kind of get in tune with their body and their own emotions. Acting is so important. So I think that would be so cool if you went into
Oh,
acting as well.
oh man, that'll be something interesting. I just feel like I said, I feel like I'm a unique
Mhm.
individual every time I walk out the door. So I was just like, nah, I do it. I was like, I do it. Like if the opportunity presents itself, I'm not gonna say no.
Good. Yeah. One of our final questions, I want to know, what do you want to be known as an artist?
um, I want to be known not only in Chicago but to the whole wide world that you could be whoever you want to be at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day is gonna end, and you got to know that you want to have an inspiration. Someone told me that, and this is debatable though, but you motivation doesn't exist in her mind. And I was like, why doesn't yes, yes. I literally said the exact same thing. I was like, how come? Because I could be motivated to make pancakes
Mhm.
in one moment, and then after that, I may change my mind and now I don't want to make pancakes.
Mhm.
It didn't hit me at first, and I'm like, wow, motivation versus inspiration, because I feel like there was a longevity when it came to inspiration, and it's just like I'm inspired to be a music artist and I want to keep pushing forward. So that's the things that kind of push me in a way.
Mm.
And as far as like just an overall analysis on the question, I just feel as though that you just got to keep living. You just got to keep living, because it's a lot of things that we don't understand, but you just got to keep living, and you got to put it in your own perspective on how you see fit in the most positive way possible.
Yeah. I like that idea of instead of like motivation, it's inspiration. I like that. I like have never thought of it like that. I think for growing up and especially in college, it's always been like be motivated, be motivated, be motivated
And
instead of talking about the
it's almost like a
inspirations.
lackluster.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I agree wholeheartedly. That's literally exactly how I've seen it myself. And I was just like,
You're like, give me a second. Let me think
like,
about
like, like you're right.
that.
I was definitely set aback though.
No, even me, I was like, oh, that when you said that perspective, I was like, that's interesting. But it's definitely opened up my mind. I'm always open for different opinions and perspectives. I also want to know, kind of going off of that, what does ambitious mean to you, or ambition mean to you?
Courageous, being courageous, fierce, strong, elevating the mind, being dedicated to something, sticking through with it, continuing to move forward with it. Like those are the main things in order to just being consistent. You gotta show them that you are that person and you have this reason and this reason in order to get that. Be a go-getter and move forward. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise because you are in this position for a reason. You are in the position for a reason. Keep moving forward and stay positive and be uplifting to others and walk away from any negativity because you as a person is better than that.
My next question was going to ask if you have any advice, but I think you said it perfectly.
That's the best way to put it.
So lastly, I want to know, like, what do you have going on right now? What are some projects, some collaborations, maybe some merch drops that you want to shout out right now?
Oh, great question. I was waiting on this question. Not gonna lie. Uh, I'm working on an album right now. I'm working on an album called Regina's Revenge, and it'll be dropping in March.
Mhm.
Crazy work. Probably like my favorite album already. My favorite album already. I could definitely tell you that right now. And it's something that's iconic, something that's next level because I haven't dropped the album in like 3 years. You feel me?
Mhm.
And so I got to a point where I'm like, this is Ray. This is the epitome of Ray, and it's the most Rayest thing. I know I kind of describe a lot of things like that, but it's just like it's me. It's
Mhm.
me. And so it's so me and it's so relatable that it's understanding if that
Yeah.
makes sense. There's
And
a
I can
under
see you're so proud of it too.
oh man, I shed the tears behind this album.
Good.
Man,
Where can people find it when it comes out? Where are you gonna post it?
great question. You can find it on Spotify, you can find it on Apple Music, Tidal, you can find it on Amazon Music, Google Play. You can search it up on YouTube Music, YouTube, and it'll all be there as well as other platforms as well.
Yeah. And also, everybody who is listening, you can find Ray F at official Ray F on Instagram, and in their link tree, it'll also all be posted to all their current music, all their future music, as well as some of their stuff that they've got going on, like Harvest Fest, going out November 13th.
Yes,
Oh.
yes, please be there. Please be there. Don't let your boring friend tell you not to come otherwise. Please pull up.
Perfect. Well, it was so nice to get to talk to you, Raya. I don't know if you have any final words that you want to share or any questions that you want to be
Um,
asked, so we can do that now.
um, stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay positive, stay encouraged, stay determined. Always keep your eye on the prize and don't let nobody tell you no because there's somebody with a yes at the door.
Absolutely.
And stay vigilant.
Exactly. Well, perfect. Thank you so much, Ray. It's been wonderful to get to talk to you and meet with you. This was a fantastic interview. Good job.
Thank you, thank
Um,
you.
yeah, and if anybody wants to hear more about this interview, we are going to be posting some reels on our Instagram. So please stay connected to Ray F. And thank you so much. Have a lovely night. It was lovely to talk to you.
It was lovely to talk to you as well. No, I was trying to do the
Oh,
man.
the fireworks again?
Yeah, I was. I was trying to do the fireworks. I'm like, oh, now I don't want to come
Now I
up
just want to
when I'm trying
come up.
to.
Now try not, wait, do like, wait. Try, yeah, do like this kind of hand motion maybe. No.
No, oh, I tried, y'all. I tried.
Anyway, thank you so much. Have a good
Th-
night.
Thank you for allowing me on this platform.
Of
Thank you so much.
course, of
Thank you.
course. It was a pleasure. Thank
It
you.
was a it was a pleasure, my Cancerian sister.
Cancerian sister. Perfect. I'm gonna use that. That's perfect. No, it's lovely. I never get to meet other cancers, so thank you. And like sometimes people are a little judgmental towards cancer, so it's nice that
They
you were able to have like a loving space
it
about
was a
cancer.
beautiful space. It was a comforting
Good,
space.
good. Perfect. Well, thank you. I will definitely keep up with your music and your career. So thank you so much. And
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
have a good one. Bye
You too.
bye.